As well as population standard deviation, there is also something known as sample standard deviation that we can work out and use depending on the situation. So we can explain how it works with a basic example here. You have 20 people living in an apartment building, and we're interested in the standard deviation with regards to how many pairs of shoes each person owns. But rather than find out how many pairs each of the 20 people own, what we can do is take a sample of just 5 of the people, find out how many pairs of shoes they own, and work out a sample standard deviation. And this is the formula that we use to find the sample standard deviation. So firstly, our sample size n is 5, and our sample mean is 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7 and 3 again. This is all over 5. 20 over 5 gives us a sample mean of 4. So now that we know the sample mean value, we can work out the top line of the fraction inside the square root. And this is what the sums look like with the numbers. We have our first value minus the mean squared plus our second value minus the mean squared, and so on, summing up till we get to our fifth value minus the mean squared. And when we work out each bracket squared, these are the values we get. We'll have minus 2 squared for 4, 1 squared gives us 1, minus 1 squared also gives 1, 3 squared gives 9, and minus 1 squared again gives 1. And summed up gives us a value of 16. So for our value of the sample standard deviation, square root of 16 over 5 minus 1, and this is 16 over 4. Now with this example, n minus 1 being 4 means it's the same value as the mean 4. That isn't usually the case, it just happens to be as a coincidence in this example. And root 16 over 4 is root 4, of which the value is 2. So, if you're in a situation where you'd rather take a sample standard deviation than the standard deviation of the whole population, this is how you could approach doing so.